Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be another Genshin Impact video, and this one is going to be specifically about young Hu Tao here. As we all know, her banner is coming up in just about probably a day or later today, depending on when this video goes live. So I just wanted to make a quick video talking about her banner, and the weapon banner coming up. I'm not going to go too much into the technicalities of Hu Tao herself. I did actually cover that in a previous video a little bit back, so I'm going to have a card up at the top, so if you want to check out that video and see if Hu Tao is the character that's right for you and your play style. Now, I'm not gonna lie, for me specifically, I value Hu Tao so high. I started consistently playing Genshin Impact during the end of Hu Tao's banner, and very luckily I got her, and I actually didn't really understand how good of a character I was getting so early on. Now, don't get me wrong, there are other characters that can fill a very similar role as Hu Tao. There's a lot of pyro DPS characters out there, but I'll say Hu Tao has been my favorite in terms of use, and for me personally, I just really love her playstyle, her character design, and who she fits in with my teams. Now, I know a lot of people who actually watch my channel have only started playing either right before the 2.0 and Inazuma region came out, or they started playing during Inazuma, and so there is a chance, and I know a lot of people who watch my videos who actually got Yoimiya, who does fill a very similar role. What I will say for Hu Tao, don't get me wrong, I love Yoimiya, I have her myself, and she's a great character. Hu Tao kind of does what Yoimiya does, single target pyro DPS character, but my opinion, Hu Tao does it like 10 times better. There are so many different weapon options that you can run on Hu Tao that are very viable for her, as well as you can actually use that 4-piece Shimenawa set that is great on Yoimiya. So if you do have a Yoimiya and you already have a build for her, but then you end up wanting Hu Tao, you can just shift all those artifacts over to Hu Tao and really not have a problem, other than maybe like getting an HP Sands or something like that. But I'm not going to get all into like artifacts and builds for Hu Tao in this video specifically. I'm just going to go ahead and look at the banners and let you know my thoughts and opinions, and also what I'm personally going to do for my account. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with the Hu Tao character banner first. So of course we have Hu Tao here as your 5-star character, and then the 4 stars here are the brand new Homa, and we have Sayu and Diona. And I'm not going to lie, this is a very exciting character banner. If I didn't already have Hu Tao, I probably would be pulling on this banner quite a lot. Now, Hu Tao is an amazing character, and I'm going to go ahead and say at C0 she's incredibly viable. I personally have a C0 Hu Tao, and I run a 4-piece Shimenawa set, which a lot of people tend to ask me a lot of questions about, or they're trying to tell me like that's not viable. But I'm going to go ahead and say, with a lot of practice with Hu Tao and just figuring out how to manage your stamina, C1 really isn't super necessary. Does it improve your overall quality of life? Of course, but I personally have had no issue clearing Spiral Abyss with plenty of time left with a C0 Hu Tao on a 4-piece Shimenawa set. But like I said, I've had Hu Tao for a long time now, so I've been practicing that for a long time and have been able to actually get that stamina management down. So I know for me, it's going to be a lot different than someone who just now gets Hu Tao for the first time. If you do pull for C1, what I will say is that you'll probably get a lot of constellations of some of these 4-star characters that are really incredible. Now with Homa, I've watched a ton of videos about him because I know there's a glitch where you can actually use him. I haven't tried it out for myself just yet, but his shield and his support abilities seem to be perfect for Hu Tao. If you don't really know, Hu Tao does need to be at less than half HP, which I know for a lot of people can make you start to feel kind of anxious about her low HP threshold, especially if you don't have a Zhongli. Homa is going to be a great addition for Hu Tao. Not only is he going to be able to provide her a shield based on his kit, but also being able to get that good pyro resonance to increase damage even further for Hu Tao is going to be actually an incredible utility for her. Now moving on to Sayu, she's also one of the newer 4-star characters. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really use her. I have her at C0, which I got her from just the standard banner because I didn't pull on Ayaka's banner. But I know a lot of people have a lot of fun with her. I don't really see her used all too much in like meta team comps or Abyss runs. But then last and certainly not least, Diona. I've actually put off Diona for a long time, and if you've been playing for a little bit now, there's a chance that you at least got a free Diona. The game a while back actually did give us Diona as a free unit for an event, and so this is a chance to get more constellations for her because I know a lot of people really love her C6 because of the elemental mastery boost that it provides. She also has a really great shield, and we don't know all of Homa's shield potential just yet because he's not fully playable and we haven't been able to put our own builds on him. But as it stands right now, Diona is the second best shield in the game, just right behind Zhongli, and I know a lot of people tend to run Diona with Hu Tao, so there's just a lot of synergy on this banner. So let's say you don't even get Homa, but you do get Diona for the first time. If you build Diona out, it's actually going to help out Hu Tao a lot because you'll have that shield. She does actually provide some healing too with her ult, and even though Hu Tao wants to be under 50%, it could be helpful, especially if you're like very much on life support with Hu Tao. I've been sleeping on Diona, but in the upcoming patches, we are getting new Geo characters in Ito and Goro, and I plan to move my Zhongli into a mono Geo team with them and Ningguang. So I'm actually in the process of building out my Diona so that way I can run her as a shield character for Hu Tao and give her a little bit of healing when she needs it too. And moving on over to the weapon banner. Now this weapon banner very much excites me as a Zhongli main specifically. I know the Staff of Homa is Hu Tao's weapon, but if you've seen my videos prior, you know that I'm a Zhongli main, and this weapon is also pretty much the best in slot for Zhongli. It's also the best in slot for pretty much any polearm character. The only exception would maybe be that Raiden's Engulfing Lightning is definitely made for Raiden herself, but she could still even benefit from Staff of Homa. If you don't know, Staff of Homa is a crit damage weapon that gives you 20% HP. On top of that, when you're below 50% HP, you actually get more damage boost on top of it. So the passive is incredible for both Hu Tao because Hu Tao does scale with HP to do some of her damage, but also Zhongli because he also scales with HP for his shields and then also some of his damage as well. Now paired with the Staff of Homa is the Elegy for the End, which is an energy recharge bow that is mostly made for Venti. I know some people have said that it actually can work really well for Sara, and I think most people are saying it's her best in slot. If you are a Venti main or a Sara main, I guess, or if you run Sara sub DPS, then this is a really good pickup for you. For me specifically in my account, I just don't really need it. Now very quickly, I want to talk about the 4-star weapons we have here, which I do actually think this actually increases the value of this weapon banner overall. We have 2 new 4-star weapons on the weapon banner. This is the new bow, which I think is the Moon's Moon, and then the Wavebreaker Fin. I'm actually pretty excited about the Wavebreaker Fin just because I love polearm characters, and it is cool because we're getting multiple polearm characters on the character banner. These are both attack percentage weapons, and the passive is exactly the same as the Claymore that's on the current weapon banner with Child. I have heard a lot of people say that the Wavebreaker Fin would be great for Xiangling, but she does have so many other options too, including the free-to-play catch. If you can handle fishing, I have yet to get the catch at all just because I really don't like fishing in this game. But if you can sit there and go through fishing, keep the catch on her because that's an incredible weapon and is completely free to play. Now the 4-star weapon that actually intrigues me the most on here though is the Sacrificial Sword. If you don't know, the Sac Sword I think is one of the best weapons in the entire game. I've been very blessed. I have 2 R5 Sac Swords currently, and I have an R4 as well. If you didn't know, the Sac Sword is really incredible for a certain character named Xing Shou, who is actually Hu Tao's best support character because they can proc vaporize together. I've said jokingly on stream that an R5 Sac Sword is a 5-star weapon, and honestly I barely consider that a joke. It's such a useful weapon and can work for so many characters, not only Xing Shou. Now we also have the Wind Sith. I'm not the biggest Catalyst user, so I can't really talk to it, but it's a crit weapon and the passive seems to be really great for a lot of Catalyst users. And finally we have the Rain Slasher. I commonly call this the Pain Slasher because I've pulled so many of these things, and from what I understand it's actually a pretty good option for a dilute, but honestly I don't see too many people running this weapon. I personally think from an aesthetic standpoint it's very ugly, so that's also another reason why I don't use it. So with the new banners coming up, I just want to talk about what I'm personally going to be pulling on my account, and maybe this could help you make a decision too. So like I said, I already have Hu Tao. I actually currently have a C6 Diona, and I'm in the process of starting to build her out. And since I have a C6 Diona already, I don't really need her from this banner at all. It won't provide me any value. Sayu, I have C0. I don't use her at all. She's a really cool character. I like her design, but I do have Jean, who kind of fills a similar role in terms of an Anemo like healer. Now Homa actually intrigues me the most about this banner, and I am kind of bummed, but I'm probably just not going to pull on the character banner at all. As much as I want Homa, and as much as I wouldn't be mad at getting a C1 Hu Tao, I do currently have a guarantee because the last 5-star I pulled on a character banner was Chi-Chi. So I could secure a C1 Hu Tao, but it's like I said earlier in the video, I've just been doing perfectly fine with a C0 Hu Tao to the point where I just don't really think I need the C1 Hu Tao. It would increase my quality of life overall, but I just don't think I really necessarily need it, especially with a character like Ito coming up, who I definitely want to get. And I tell this to so many of my friends, don't pool on a banner if you don't want the 5-star. There's always a chance of you getting an early 5-star, and if you don't want Hu Tao, it's just not worth it, especially if you have a guarantee and you want someone like Ito. And so the weapon banner is actually where I'm going to spend all the rest of my primos on. I currently have about 40 wishes saved at the moment, and my weapon banner pity is actually sitting around like 30 because I did end up pulling for that 4-star Claymore that was on the current weapon banner. I do hope I can get a refinement or 2 of the Waybreaker Fin and maybe 1 more sack sword. And I'm hoping, begging Mihoyo, please just give me Staff of Homa. Please just give me Staff of Homa as the first 5-star. I personally don't want Elegy for the end. I probably won't even build it out. I have Venti and I have Sara, but I just don't really think I need this weapon for either of them. Like I mentioned earlier, I am a Zhongli main, so I will be giving Staff of Homa when I get it to Zhongli. And at the moment, he is holding a Primordial Jadewing Spear, and I'm going to actually give that weapon to my C0 Hu Tao. So that's going to do it for this video. Are you pulling for Hu Tao or potentially Staff of Homa or even Elegy for the end? Or are you saving all your primos and you're going to wait for like Ito and some other new characters coming up? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to be doing all of my pulling for Staff of Homa on Twitch at twitch.tv/RichardOriginal. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday over there. So please make sure to give me a follow, especially if you want to see my live pulls and probably my pain. If you're still pulling for Child, good luck on those banners. And if you're pulling for Hu Tao, Staff of Homa, whatever, good luck to you as well. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.